Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. We continue to track breaking news for you here in an area north of Hilliard in Spokane. This afternoon, fire crews responded to a house fire and they believe someone has barricaded themselves inside that home.
Law enforcement says this incident is related to another incident that happened yesterday. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley live at the scene tonight with what we know so far. Amanda?
Yeah, Mark and Whitney, just within the last 45 minutes, we saw crews carry a person out of the home and into an ambulance. That ambulance remained on scene for some time before leaving for the hospital. Take a look at this video that we captured of it leaving. Did note that the ambulance left with lights on but no sirens. Since then, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office has put up red and yellow tape around the property. Here's what we know so far about the situation. Spokane County Sheriff's Office says they came to this home yesterday for a domestic violence call. The victim was separated from the situation and eventually the law enforcement left the area. Now today, the victim wanted to come back and pick up some personal belongings with assistance from law enforcement. When they got to the home, they saw fire and smoke coming from the house. Crews were able to put the fire out, and they did believe that there was the suspect barricading themselves inside the home. Now, we do not know their condition at this time. We are continuing to track this developing situation. Coming back out live here, if you are coming home in the North Spokane area, the roundabout near Crestline and Lincoln Road, there is a roadblock. If you're heading north off of Crestline, that road is blocked for the time being, so look for an alternative way home. Reporting in North Spokane tonight, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. In other news tonight, the vaccine mandate may have taken effect on Monday. The impact, though, is still being felt. Some state lawmakers were confused when they couldn't access buildings at the Capitol in Olympia this week.
House leaders quietly passed a rule requiring members and staff to be fully vaccinated before they can get in. As Ted Lamb with our sister station in Seattle reports tonight, it seems to have caught some lawmakers by surprise.
I can't get in the John L. O'Brien building. Normally, my key card will open this door.
Republican State Representative Jim Walsh posted this video to Facebook Tuesday after he learned he could no longer get inside a House office building at the state Capitol.
I can't do work from the Capitol as a legislator in this state. This is unusual.
House leaders quietly passed an interim rule last month that says starting October 18th, access to House facilities is limited to members and staff who have provided documentation of being fully vaccinated. Absent verification, members and staff will not be permitted into House facilities and will have to work remotely.
And I have not presented COVID vaccine papers.
It's, frustrating to see people engage in kind of stunts to get publicity about something instead of really engaging in trying to get the pandemic under control.
The chief clerk for the House tells me as of Wednesday, 26 members have not submitted proof of vaccination. Vaccine verification is not mandatory, nor is it a condition of employment for members. The House and Senate are not in session, so the Capitol's pretty quiet, and most House members and staff have been teleworking, the clerk said. They added that the verification requirement, which is meant to reduce the risk of spreading COVID, was sent to members and staff at the end of September, along with several reminders.
Our goal has been, in every decision we've made kind of along the pandemic path, has been to protect our staff and to protect members and to protect the public.
Ted Land, KREM 2 News.
So the proof of vaccination rule only applies in House buildings, not offices controlled by the state Senate. We did reach out, by the way, to representatives here in Eastern Washington to see if they've been impacted by this new rule, but have not yet heard back from any of them.
New information just within the last hour. A panel of experts for the CDC has now voted to recommend booster shots for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson's COVID vaccines. That panel recommended Moderna's vaccine to those 65 and older, as well as anyone with underlying conditions and people who are at a higher risk of catching the vaccine due to where they work. Johnson & Johnson's vaccine is more simple. Anyone who got the vaccine 2 months ago or longer can get it now. So before you roll up your sleeves, though, the CDC director, Rochelle Walensky, is going to accept or modify those recommendations.
So during that same meeting, the CDC offered advice on how people should consider FDA's permission to mix and match booster shots. It's a big deal because people don't have to seek the same brand of booster as their initial doses. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky will also accept or modify the committee's recommendation on that one.
And new data from Pfizer is showing a booster shot of their vaccine significantly helps prevent COVID-19. According to Pfizer, it had an efficacy rate of 95.6% against that virus. During the trial, there were only 5 COVID cases in the booster group and 109 in the placebo group. In total, 10,000 people were included in that trial.
If you'd like more information about booster shots or more on mixing and matching vaccines, just text the word vaccine to 509-448-2000. We'll send that information directly to your phone. Well, consider them a new breed of literacy critic. A librarian got quite as scared today when they opened the book drop-off this morning.
Yeah, normally they find books inside the drop box, but that's not what they found. Our Nicole Hernandez is live in Coeur d'Alene, where some rats stopped in for some light reading. Right, Nicole?
Hey, yeah, check it out, guys. I've got a buddy here. He is a rat, and if I can show you his face if he stops running around. Look at how cute he is. He is just adorable. He's been my friend all day long. Such a sweetie, up for adoption as well. But really, you'll never guess how they got here, so take a look.
Library books are never in one place long, always dropped back off here. At the Coeur d'Alene Public Library,
took him out, put him in the box.
Dr. Michael Priest is used to finding books in his book drop.
There's a door outside, lift it up, put your materials in, they drop down.
But Wednesday morning,
It's routine, check the after hours book drop. And as it turned out, we had 5 live rats.
abandoned overnight, dropping into the hands of someone a little wary.
Not a big fan, but these were admittedly very cute.
Cute enough for a second chance.
We called animal control immediately.
Rescuing them from the library drop box and the drop box from them.
And they did some business in there?
They did, unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately ruining a few library returns.
I think we had about 3 books and 2 DVDs.
Worth it though.
At least they ended up here, so.
Here at the Kootenai Humane Society.
Yeah, I love cats.
With cat tech Lauren Moreno.
And in rats, I guess.
Lauren is helping these rats find their forever homes after their studious night.
He's sweet. So I hope they get homes and get out of here soon so they can just enjoy the rest of their lives.
Lives they're lucky to have.
It's a place for second chances.
Thank you, nice visiting.
They are all up for adoption. They make pretty good pets. They're very smart and affectionate.
And are ready to be checked out long term.
All right, so the Humane Society says that they have adopted out 13 rats this year, so they're very hopeful that these guys will all find homes. They're all so sweet, but on a serious note, the Coeur d'Alene Public Library says they really don't want anything like this happening again. Those book returns are specifically for library materials. In Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
All right, Nicole, thank you very much. Whitney, would you ever have a rat as a pet?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive. They're cute, but not
Right.
for me.
Good to know. All right, moving on to weather. Today was a gorgeous day out there with sunshine and warm temperature, but it seems like it might be our last 60-degree day, at least for a while.
Yeah, it does. So meteorologist Thomas Patrick is outside in it right now. A beautiful evening, but you're saying the rain is coming soon.
Yeah, the rain will be here quite shortly, probably by tomorrow morning. Give it about 12 hours. You can already see that next storm system on radar quite clearly. It's actually quite mesmerizing to look at. Great bit of meteorology with this low pressure occluding a couple times over the western coast. But it's this cold front that's got that rainfall across the western coast of Washington and Oregon, already dropping some light to heavy rainfall depending on the location. So it looks like the Puget Sound, the Seattle metro area, about to get that rain soon. For us, it will take about 12 hours before it reaches the other side of the state. But that's just the first of 2 larger storm systems that are on the way. In fact, that second one that hits Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week is going to be a doozy of a storm system, very large, and it's going to provide even more rainfall and, of course, last for a longer duration of time. We're going to be talking about that weather system in a few moments, but instead, if you're still heading out for it today, what an exceptional day weather-wise. Still 60 here in Spokane, 70 out in Ritzville. But again, this could be one of our last 60-degree days of the year. So make sure to enjoy it because, yes, the cooler weather and, of course, the wetter weather is on the way.
All right, Thomas, thank you very much. The CDC and the FDA say more than 650 people have confirmed salmonella infections connected with a whole onion, though the number of people who actually got sick is probably much higher due to people not reporting their illness to a doctor. 129 people have ended up in the hospital connected to this outbreak. It is widespread with cases in 37 different states. No cases have been reported in Washington or Idaho. However, 2 cases were reported in Oregon.
Well, this pandemic has created a lot of situations that we never thought we would find ourselves in. And now there are some online claims saying Social Security is running out of money and will soon. So tonight we're verifying whether that's true and how much influence the president has.